Welcome to this edition of Say Hello to Joe podcast, brought to you by Century Ford and Century Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Mount Airy, Maryland. I'm Joe DeGiorgi, managing partner, and I'm happy to be joined with Nicole Mulcare, who is our sales and internet manager at our Chrysler Dodge Jeep facility. And today our topic, we're going to be talking about electric vehicles and electric hybrid vehicles. And quite frankly, I think that's the wave of our future. And down at our Chrysler Dodge Jeep facility, we have the Wrangler 4xe, we have the Pacifica plug-in hybrid, and at Ford we have the all-new F-150 Lightning that's going to be coming out within the next year. We also have the Escape hybrid, we have the Maverick hybrid, and we have the all-electric Mustang Mach-E. So we've got a lot of nice stuff on the horizon. And Nicole, why don't you kind of give everybody a little insight on the Pacifica and the Wrangler 4xe?
Sure. They both come with 120-volt chargers. It is gas and hybrid powered. The range that both of them have is pretty spectacular. When it comes to hybrid vehicles, a lot of times that's a concern as to how long the charge of a battery would be. Very advanced technology, especially with the Wrangler. Since it is an off-road vehicle, they made sure that they didn't sacrifice the off-road features. So you get more torque in the Wrangler 4xe than you, believe it or not, would do in the regular gas-powered Wranglers.
Okay. And that's, and I think as time goes by, I think both manufacturers are going to be increasing the models that they have, and I think more and more electric vehicles are on the horizon. The other thing that's kind of interesting for us, and I've been working on that here in the last couple of weeks, and as we get into 2022, it's one of my topics on the list, and that is increasing the dealership's infrastructure, preparing for the electrical vehicle craze, and that involves upgrading our charging stations to more modern fast chargers. We currently have 4 charging stations on our complex. We have 2 at our Chrysler Dodge Jeep facility, and we have 2 at our Ford facility. But we're going to upgrade those because it's like anything else, technology, and years go by. The faster the charge you can get out of the vehicle, the less downtime a customer has to wait. And with the increase of these vehicles, we'll probably have to put some charging stations out on our lot to be able to charge our inventory. More in our shops to work on vehicles, and then a couple outside where both manufacturers are actively on all of the apps where somebody is driving in your area and they can plug in where they are, and it shows where a charging station is, and it'll invite them by the dealerships to charge your vehicles.
Yeah,
so,
you're correct. Yeah.
So we're getting all prepared for that. It's interesting stuff, and I think as the EV technology advances, more and more people are grasping it. I'm still kind of shocked. I mean, you read about EVs and hybrids. Most of everything that you read, it talks about the more dense populated area you are, the more, like if you're in a metropolitan area, the more demand for hybrids. But I am still shocked that out here in Mount Airy, Maryland, which is still kind of a little rural area, we have over 153 reservations for the all-new F-150 all-electric truck, which is just, to me, which is mind-boggling.
Very exciting, yeah.
It's exciting stuff. I know my daughter is a proud owner of a Pacifica hybrid, absolutely loves it. Plug it in at night, and get, I think, about 30 to 40 miles on the all-electric charge, and if you're are just going around town, grocery store, and back and forth, you can usually operate it all day long on a charge before the gas kicks in, and it gets a heck of a range.
Well, and the great part is just like you were saying, the Uconnect system allows customers to find charging stations, Joe. So having that concept and being able to be one of the first dealerships to offer that is pretty exciting news for sure.
So, the other unique thing about these electric vehicles when they hit the market is it's going to kind of change the dynamics of our service departments. We have a running joke when we deliver an EV vehicle, we tell them, make sure you come back for your first oil change at 200,000 miles, because they're all electric motors. They don't have oil changes, but it's kind of changing the dynamics of our service department, because one of the benefits of an electric vehicle is you don't have as much maintenance as you would on a gasoline engine vehicle. But with that said, it's a lot of intense training that's involved in both of our service departments, because when you're dealing with an all-electric vehicle, you have to be prepared, all the safety precautions you have to take. So there's a lot of state-of-the-art equipment that the manufacturers provide us with. All of our guys have to go through extensive training, and we're all prepared for that, and we're looking forward to it. Now, the vehicle still needs brakes and things of that nature, and so there is some maintenance that needs to be done, but not as much as you would have on a gasoline engine. Thank you for tuning into this episode of the Say Hello to Joe podcast, brought to you by Century Ford and Century Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Mount Airy, Maryland. And if you would, leave us a review. You can see us on all the major podcasts at Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts.